It's another beautiful morning here in the Philippines. A beautiful morning. I'm excited to get to work. We got clear skies, at least for now. You know, it's the tropics, things can change fast. Well, before I get this day started, I want to cover a topic real quick. I shot a video out here the other day, and I did it on purpose, of the girls, neighborhood kids sitting right there on that concrete, and I showed the scenery in the background behind them. And you all noticed that there was a lot of trash. And I'm a realist here. I keep it real. You know, I'm a very blunt person. And so, yeah, I didn't mind you all seeing that because I wanted to bring that topic up. I wanted that to come out and become an area of conversation. And it has. So I'm gonna do a little walk here, and I'm gonna show you the beach here, and I'm gonna show you about that trash and explain that, and maybe it can create a little bit of awareness out here. This is not at my beach issue, this is a global issue. So this is our beach out here, and I know you've seen in the picture it looks like it's full of trash, right? And you don't see a whole lot of trash. There's a couple little items here and there. I see a tin can right there, maybe a little piece of plastic right there, but overall you see here it's pretty clean. I can walk all down through here, it's pretty clean, not too bad. It's a low tide out here right now. Let's walk on out here and look at the low tide. There's a jellyfish that's washed up and died. Yeah, during low tide here, there's a little bit of stone exposed down through here. It's pretty nice. So you see our beach is not just covered in trash. But now I want to show you some things of what happens. This is where the waves crash up. You see this? This come in off the ocean. No telling where that came from. Moving down here, and I'll show you another couple pieces. These wash in off of the ocean out here. It could have came from elsewhere here in the Philippines, or it could have came from a country far away. Pretty clean. It's not just total litter job out here. This is trash washing in. There's a bottle that's floated up. Another of these plastic bags, man, I'm telling you. It's the plastic more than anything. I like getting these shells here, making things from them. See, plastic bag again, wash up. Here I'm still out here walking the beach. You see, we don't have just this totally funky, nasty beach or nothing. It's actually pretty clean. Now, I'm gonna take you to a spot where you are gonna see a bunch of trash, and I'm gonna explain why. So you see, this is a sandbar down through here. And when we get winds like are blowing today, they're blowing straight in towards my face, in towards the camera here right now. And it brings along a current with it, like a rip current. So when that happens, water during high tide will come behind this sandbar here right now and push up in here, and then it dead ends. And it dead ends right here. What it does is bring stuff in. It's been floating out on the ocean. You see this old ball? Don't tell me how long that's been out there floating on the water. All this coconut and bamboo been floating on the water. You see these old slippers, these old shoes here? Man, that is highly weathered by the sun and the water right there. That's been floating for a long while. Nearly all of this has. It's just been floating out there and comes in. And it's pushing up in here at high tide, and it's depositing all of these things. And we've noticed a lot of slippers because they float out there on the water. They get in here, they push up, they hit land, the tide recedes, and we end up with this one little circle right here from those boats there. On the other side of those boats, it's clean again. Just right here where you see all this coconut, bamboo rubble coming around, and it stops right there. But This trash thing is a real world problem. You see, look at these little slippers. Notice how long they've been out there floating on the water and getting beat up. Of course, old pieces of styrofoam. This is not nothing that just they're out here just throwing it. But it does happen. It does happen that the locals throw it also. Coconut. You see, something super big time that you will find right in there is slippers. Slippers, slippers, slippers. Slippers. Slippers, toothpaste tubes. Look here. So many slippers. Look at this. Person should never go without shoes. All they gotta do is come out here. Slippers. Slippers. Yeah. And this is all right here in this one spot. The tide pushes this in. It gets trapped right up behind this sandbar coming up in here. High tide stops right here, retracts, and leaves it deposited behind. Look at this. Slippers. Slippers. There's a shoe. I think that's an actual shoe. Or is it a slipper too? No, it's just a woman's decorative light slipper. Look here. Slipper. Another slipper. There's a tennis shoe for a kid. A slipper. And you see these have been out on the water for a long time. Look at that. Very, very eroded. Very eroded. Just endless old slippers. Just look at this. And that floats in off the ocean. Right now, the way this sandbar is formed, it's just caused a catch pile right here. You can see it. You can see where it's all clean after then. There's a piece of plastic right there, blowing away. Got me another shell here. These are great for little projects. Yep, see another little piece of plastic right there. And we work diligently on trying to clean this up. I mean, literally, people, I could wear you out, but just look. Slipper. Slipper. It is unbelievable. There's another old worn one. We clean this up, and those same kids you saw there the other day, they'll come out here and help us rake up and pile up a bunch of this stuff to get rid of it. And this is going to be another huge problem. Seeing this face mask, we are seeing them everywhere. Up at the highway, we took one little trail back into a neighborhood. Within 20 foot of one area right there, there had to have been, I'm serious, there had to have been 100 masks just thrown down. Face masks is going to be the next huge pollution globally. Can you imagine how many of them out there? We're seeing them already, just like we saw one back there just then. Plastic is definitely the problem. Let's see, we're back here now. It's all clean besides just a little random piece here and there. And Melinda, she works every day as well. Every morning we find new stuff that came in off the water, dropped in here and left away. Now, one of the problems we do have is right there in the view of that camera at a couple of them places, I won't point out which one, we have actually caught them going out in the cover of dark and just slinging a bag of trash, and sometimes with dirty diapers. And it's somebody of age that should be of age and responsibility. And of course, the current, like I said, pushes up in here, and so it doesn't float on down the beach. It floats right over here in front of the subdivision, and then it stops right there. And Melinda has reported that person. I told her I didn't want to involve. I'm a foreigner here, and I like to bring awareness, but if she wants to deal with reporting someone, go for it. But it needs to be addressed. I mean, it needs to be addressed. That's pretty crude. Just take a bag of trash and just throw it right in the water. And we've seen it with others before as well. And it'll float down the beach, and I've seen somebody lean over, pick up that bag of trash, throw it again way out. It'll float down, land in another spot, and they just keep on kicking the can down the street. And if we could just do something about all the plastic out there being used in the world, it would be a tremendous help to everything, to sea life and all. You see that? Those come in off the shore. And the Philippines have been very proactive at trying to stop the use of those single-use plastic bags. McDonald's and places here in the Philippines now, you don't get a straw in your drink anymore. They've removed the straws from the drink. But I want you to know that we don't just live on some dirty, nasty beach or anything like that, but there is issues. And these issues are not only right here in our community, but these issues are global, all around the world. So please, please do your part. Do your part. Try to not accept so many plastic bags every day. I'm telling them, no, I can just carry this stuff. No, I've got it. I don't need a little individual bag for everything. No, will you combine that? Philippines is trying to be aware on it. They absolutely are. Say like a lot of your stores, Gasano, Pure Gold, many of your big supermarkets, they reuse the cardboard boxes that the merchandise for the store came in. And that's how your groceries are going to be carried out. The things you bought is inside a repurposed cardboard box. A lot of them went to paper sacks now. More and more paper sacks being used. It's actually the biggest problem with the plastic is the little mom and pop stores. Yeah, they're the ones that's most still using the plastic. So many of these little thin plastic bags being used for everything. So there you have it. You can see it's not just a nasty, dirty old beach behind us or nothing like that. It's actually pretty nice here, and we do our part to try to improve it. We're trying to make the neighbors more aware. What's that old saying? It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but it is possible. Hey, I'm an old dog and I'm still learning new things every day. Well, that's gonna be the end of this video right here, the little beach tour. I hope maybe it does bring some awareness just to somebody. I hope if I affected even just one person with this video, I'm happy.